Well, map 1 goes in favor of Invictus. Not the showing that we would have expected coming out of Tiger, but moving into map number 2, they'll be looking to get things underway.
Yeah, but if you look at Nuke especially, I don't know. Oh.
Now, Black, getting into Nuke,
Right.
this is the second map coming right up. And when we take a look at what's going on here, you take a look at Invictus. They're a team that, yeah, show up at Inferno. They had a brilliant first half that delivered them a good lead going into the second. They lose the pistol in the second half, but they come back and answer back with the Deagles. Now, having that individual skill in their back pocket, certainly a great way of winning Inferno. But here on Nuke, this should be Team Tiger, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think both the maps are very, very 50-50. I know that sounds like a cop-out, just looking at this, these two
51,
teams in particular.
49, anywhere around
51,
that
49, fine. Considering Tiger picked it, I'll give them that 51% maybe chance. But if you look at the wins they've had, if you look at the record they've had on this map, it's not ideal. Like, they've had a few wins over, they've beaten Invictus in the past. It was 16-13, though. It was a very close scoreline. Then you had their win against BTRG, a team that, I'll be honest, Tiger should have been beating way more comfortably. They came to 16-14. Then it beat D13, which are their countrymen, 22-19. And the ones that lost to Vici and Sigma. Sigma's not even a top 2 team in Thailand. And they lost on that on Nuke. This was in the past couple of months. So I'm not very confident as to why Tiger went with Nuke. I feel like almost any other map would be better. And for Invictus, though, even their games have been pretty close. What worries me is Invictus smashed Sigma 16-5 while Tiger lost to Sigma on the same very map. So if you just look at the pure stats, Dick, I just feel like Invictus have the slight edge. But then again, maybe Team Tiger do have something up their sleeves.
We'll see if they can recover it, because for me, for the most part, Tiger looked rough on an individual level. Players you'd expect, like Urcast, a player that should be the most experienced of this team, the player that shouldn't be making the mistakes, was making a few questionable decisions. So it's on to Tiger to put in a better performance here coming into that map pick. They're currently a map down already, and Invictus looking to try and close it in 2. The fuse kit on the back of Destroyer, the rest with Kevlar, and 1 flashbang available here for Destroyer. Oh, for Tiger, it's a P250 in play for Cabal, a little bit of Glock usage in here. A couple of sets of Kevlar, but for the most part, they're going to be looking at this smoke flash and smoke Molotov combo to get them something done here.
Yeah, but the way to set up right now, it looks like they're going to be going for the ramp hit. But Xiao Sage finding Urcast early on, and here comes the play. I like what Viva's doing, not really going to face. He spots a number of them out, doesn't even go for the reload, goes for the face, and Nine's going to punch his face in with the Glock. So 4v4. Taking control of the lower bomb site. They still have an incendiary, which will be used up. And a bomb getting planted. I'm not very comfortable with his post plans. They are kind of pincered on the bomb site. You need to go for a move. Xiao Sage picks off another player. He's going to find Cabal. And one by one, Tiger, the players are falling. It's still a 3v4 though, favoring the CT side.
Well, flying. There's a kill on towards Dobu. He will look for a little bit more coming back into the site. Now NCL goes down, and that's a cleanup coming in from Invictus. They only lose 1 player. That's not the start Tiger would be hoping for here on Nuke, but it's certainly the start Invictus will be extremely happy with. Big round coming in from Southside J, 3 kills collected for him, and flying as well with a double. Now he was a player that really looked quite rough at the start of Inferno. It took him a while to warm up into things, but when he got going, he was very confident. A lot of kills coming his way. He finished on top, so pretty impressive stuff from Flying, and I want to see more of that here on Nuke.
Yeah, Flying has been one of the, I wouldn't say like the most consistent player. I think that title would have to go the way of Xiao Sage. I know it sounds weird, but when he does pop off, right, he can be one of those impact players alongside the likes of Viva. Well, Destroyer is kind of like the pillar where this entire structure of the team is kind of built around, alongside Xiao Sage, of course. And it's good to see Xiao Sage still landing headshots and being quite a threat in the server. He was the reason that Invictus managed to beat Beyond a few days ago during the Pro League qualifier. He's just pretty much carrying this team all on his pretty veteranly back. I don't even know if that's a real word, but Dobu opening it up. He finds Destroyer, Galil's, an AK-47, a pretty solid buy coming up, but Viva hiding around the smoke. He finds one. He knows where the second player is as well. I love the way he's trying to isolate these fights, but in the end, it's going to come down to Flying alone. And there we go. 1v3. Won't work out. Team Tiger with a solid forced buy. This time around, it works on out. And Tiger, if you look at Inferno, it was more like the force buys really weren't panning out. It was more like Invictus who were winning rounds, which they had no business winning. So it's good to see Tiger, despite winning the pistol round on their map pick, they managed to bounce back very convincingly. For Invictus, it's going to be the buy anyway. We have the AUG with the MP9s coming out. And maybe a little bit of some pistols and some extra utility as well.
Scout.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm just confused there. It was a replay. I was like, wait, how does he even afford an AUG?
Yeah, we didn't have replays towards the end of the last map, but now we've got them back, and it's fun to get to look at the action. But I mean, we weren't used to them. But now we take a look at what we've got coming into this. It's going to be 2 AK-47s, mixture of Galils and MP9 usage. All for Invictus. It's those Deagles in play, and the Scout. Destroyer playing from Hell. Looking for the players to come in towards his crosshair. Utility being used up. Tiger tossing the Molotov behind Bluebird. Credit card being mollied out. Now Cabal getting aggressive. It's been very solid. Finding these opening kills. Now he moves forward. Eagle out looking down in towards CT. Hops through the Hell window. And now in behind a player just in front of him. In front of that smoke. The Cabal, instead of going through Hell, will walk towards Heaven. The window smashed. Viva taking a little look to see what he can see. Not much coming his way. He's going to be very paranoid about that CT position, but Viva's gone and taken 9. So that's info that there is a player down in towards Hell.
There is indeed. Flashbang for Cabal to peer in, and that's a perfect flashbang. There was a scout looking in his direction. Destroyer will be taken down, but the aggression from Oi catches Urkas coming down the ladder towards a lobby, and that's a Galil retrieved. And one by one, they're falling. Shaosagi is going to find Cabal as well, and that's going to leave NCL and Dobu. They have the rifles, they got the health, and Dobu's going to find Oi. That's a big kill. He's going to find more. Yes, he is. Finds flying as well. He's trying to be very sneaky in the bomb site. And with that, bomb should get planted. It's going to get planted for Heavens. However, Dobu's so very low. He needs to do his best to stay alive. Well, it's going to come down in the back of NCL to make this happen. He's going to find Viva. And it's all down now to Shaosage.
Yeah, big... Wow, very disjointed there. I think Viva was trying to take his opportunity to sneak up through Hut. You know, you probably want him to play with his teammate there in that position, but realizing he has a rifle in his hands, he has an opportunity to potentially take down that one player on the side itself. Then they can both focus the Heaven player, but it doesn't quite work out for Viva. He does go down, and Tiger, they lose the first round, but they come back with the next 2. And now we take a look at what Invictus have, and it's nothing, just USBs moving into this next round. So Tiger, they get the opportunity to get off to a good start in their map pick, and that's incredibly important because if you remember back to Inferno, they had such a slow start into things, and it was very difficult for them to recover. And they managed to get it to a respectable scoreline, even when everything was against them.
And going to Nuke especially, like I said, I did worry about... the fact that Invictus have looked pretty decent on Nuke. It's a map that they can play, although it's not their, their favorite map, so to speak of. And for Tiger, the wins they've had have been very close, and they have also, again, lost to teams that they would on paper be superior. But again, I haven't really seen Tiger play recently, right? After they had the RMR, didn't play Pro League, so like I said, they might have a few tricks up their sleeves. Inferno was a slow start, but as you mentioned, they did manage to bounce back, being a little respectable. I like seeing Nuke amongst the Asian teams. I feel like they played very, very differently as to how an EU team or maybe even an NA team might play. And while not the cleanest of approaches towards Nuke, it is interesting. You see some pretty cool ideas coming out once in a while.
Right now, Tiger just trying to limit those casualties. They take their time. They're quite methodical, but they go with strength in numbers towards the A bomb side. They make sure it's completely clear. Get the bomb plant down. It's all about saving as many players now. Invictus setting up for a couple of exit kills, wanting to find something. Tiger at the moment not presenting too many opportunities. That didn't quite work.
Yeah, and did you know that this stream is also being streamed in 4K on YouTube?
That's pretty nuts.
I don't think I've ever seen 4K CSGO
I think
being
PGL are
broadcast.
quite the pioneers when it comes to production. I think the first TO I remember having a custom HUD, on 4K as well.
4K is nuts. I want to actually get off and just probably watch this from my TV right now, but maybe I'll do that later on when Jason's going to be casting the final game alongside Mitch. But yeah, for now, Invictus, they went for the full eco. They didn't really go, feed their feed themselves to Tiger. But for Tiger, they're going to be feeling pretty comfortable here. They get they win the force buy. They survive the anti-ecos. The last one surviving pretty well. I think all 5 players staying alive as well. And for Invictus, here comes the buy, though. They have the AUG. 2 AUGs out in hands of Viva and Xiao Sage. No AWP yet, Xiao Sage. He can be quite deadly with the AEG. I think he's aware there's a couple of players right above Mini. It's all about timing spots a player out. He's not really going for the scope shots, and Dobu's going to decapitate him because of that. And this is not looking good for Invictus. They lost control of the outer yard. Oi needs to go for a play through the smoke, but if he does, Dobu is ready and waiting. And I think he is aware that Dobu spots him out. There we go. Cabal's going to find Destroy in the meantime. And one by one, they just get decimated to Invictus.
Just flying the last remaining player now with an MP9. And Tiger just looking to clean up, not losing a single player here. This is brilliant stuff from Tiger. Going into the next round, Invictus, well, it's going to be more of the same in terms of the buys you've seen for them in the past while. It's going to be back to the pistols again. They can pick up a couple of deagles. They can get some extra sets of Kevlar even on a couple of players that want to risk that. But for the most part, staying around 2k in the bank. As much money afloat as possible. But at the moment, just cleaning up. Tiger looking much better here on Nuke immediately. They seem a lot more comfortable. Getting the T side start allows them to dictate the pace. They're loving that at the moment. But Dobu, okay, just swinging wide, blinded as well. He will go down. Luckily, you never really want to see that play pay off.
I just find it so crazy from Tiger that against the buy rounds, it played so passively, so methodical the way they take it. And then against the pistols, where they know that they kind of struggle against here and there, they just go running out. All guns are blazing, not really using too much utility. And Xiao Sage, he could have gotten a free kill there. But in the end, it looks like Tiger will manage to bring it back. Looked a little worrisome. Cabal with a 3k, always down to 25 points of health. But Viva being alive with that Galil, he's dangerous.
Yes, indeed. We've seen him in a couple of positions so far where he's looked good. The issue is they seem to be aware of his position and, well, the timing. I don't know if it's perfect for Viva or awful that, but he's going to get down and try and follow them through and towards this lower bomb site. He has got himself an M4 now this time. Maybe even consider saving this, because he will get a little bit of extra cash to work with in this next round. Winning this is obviously impossible at this point. And the money's so well built up on Tiger that the best case scenario is that Viva saves his M4, has some extra utility, has some reserve cash left over. But it's going to be 5-1, and Tiger, this is a much better performance from them out of Inferno immediately. Again, I said they look much more comfortable, and it's true. They're not hemorrhaging players, they're not losing too many, and they're keeping that money up.
They are, and with I think now like 9 more rounds remaining, they are pretty much set to have buy rounds throughout at least the next 3 to 4 rounds, right, if they lose it. And for the side of Invictus, I want to see the AWP come into the hands of Destroyer. I think he's someone who can be quite potent on the CT side, and I like him to be a little bit more mobile with it as well. Right now, from what we see from Invictus, it's a very, very passive setup, and there we go. The buy is going to be coming in Destroyer with the AWP, and I like him to be a little bit more mobile. I want them to be a little bit more proactive, and to do this with the pistols. They like taking fights when you have to, you know, make something work on these eco rounds or these forced buy rounds. But when it comes to the gun rounds, you're just playing these traditional, very basic standard defaults, which hasn't worked out for them so far. So a little bit of aggression, maybe 2-man pushes, just send up Destroyer towards a secret perhaps, right? Or maybe have a player walk on up towards a ramp. I think that could be the play here. Urcast is running out from Squeaky, but unfortunately Flying is there to meet him and delivers a kiss of death.
Yeah, and that's not a kiss too many people want to get. So 4 versus 5. An advantage now in play for Invictus, and it's held. No trade potential from Tiger. You put a map control taken though by Cabal in towards the lower bomb site. He's up in that control room already. Now what is the call from Tiger? They still have a little bit of utility in terms of the Molotovs, the flashbangs, and the one smoke. And they're going to be going back in towards ramp. Now Destroyer has been brilliant across Inferno, but not so much here. He's on 0 kills right now. Hasn't really got going on Nuke. And they're going to test him. They're going to see if they can overcome his hold. He was brilliant with the AWP. We've seen some incredible plays from him on Inferno. They're just teasing us right now, Blair. They're not going around just yet, waiting until the pieces are in the right place. Cabal down in the vent. Destroyer at the ready. Can he get anything done here? Flying with a headshot, follows up a kill, and now Destroyer with a pick as well. Starting to crumble for Tiger. And this is just unfortunate. It's not going their way. Destroyer, good repositioning. Another kill for him. And Cabal, he may have got himself into this position at the start of the round. He may have got good positioning, but he doesn't do anything with it as all of his teammates fall on the upper bomb site. 5-2. Invictus finally back to winning ways.
I like what they did there. I mean, I get the idea from Team Tiger. They're trying to pressure the ramp player so he drops down and he can get taken down by the T who would push up towards control room. But I love how Invictus rotated Viva off towards the lower bomb side. Destroyer, again, not missing the shots. And like you said, he's had a very quiet start to the game, but he gets the AWP in his hands and he pops off with 2 quick kills, keeping all the players alive as well. Definitely going to help matters. They have even upgraded their M4s to the AK-47, so despite trailing by 3 rounds, that's a good round to win for Invictus. However, for Tiger, money is going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem for quite a while. They still have 3 players that average about $7,000 as Flying finds Dobu through the smoke and is going to escape without taking much of a damage as well. Actually, no, he does take a bit of damage, but he will stay alive, and I think that is already a big win this early in the round.
Well, Viva. And on the left side of this box, back in the ramp room. Now, this could be huge if Viva take 1 or 2 away from this. It's not exactly the most orthodox angle to hold the ramp room from, so he might be good. He spots NCL crossing now. That gives away his position, baits out the shot. Now the push can come through. Tiger starting to send multiple players in here, but Destroyer, oh, he gets aggressive instead of falling back, and that's going to cost them 2 kills. Not only does Viva go down, but now Destroyer as well. Comes on to Oi, and they're going to cross by him. Not ready. Clean tap on the first, goes back in for the second, but NCL is too quick to relocate his crosshair. And now it's a 2 versus 2. Damage has been done. 2 HP left here on NCL. 9 with the AWP on 100, but at the moment Invictus doubled up in towards Decon door. It swings wide open. NCL holding in for the ramp room incredibly low, so he has to be cautious when he peeks or decides to go into the open. Molotov comes through. They use the nade down in towards Dark, but it should have been towards the ramp area. Now Southside J, the last remaining player, it's not looking good for his chances. It looks like Tiger have done enough. And what a round it is from NCL. He is low HP and still finds 2 kills to collect the round MVP, and a round picked up for Tiger.
That is a massive round, and I kind of feel like Oi could have won the round single-handedly, right? We were talking about a little bit of trigger discipline for some of these players. He wasn't getting checked. And the moment the player just ran on across, if he hadn't gone for that kill, he could have prevented the bomb from getting planted. He could have even got both the players on a bomb site, or he just prevented bomb from getting planted. Stay alive. Your teammates, you have the man advantage. Your teammates are going to be rotating in, and the bomb's not down yet. So I feel like Oi could have waited there instead of just getting immediately traded. But taking nothing away, NCL, massive 4K from the man himself. And with that, Tiger back to winning ways. And this is a little bit of a switch up from Invictus. Double op setup, Destroyer and Viva. That's a very expensive investment. And with that investment, I personally think I would love to see some aggression from the CTs. I want to see them try and get these opening picks with the AWPs. And nothing being spotted by the CTs. A smoke wall enabling for the members of Tigers to make their way towards Secret, and they're just pushing on up. NCL just running up, holding W. Aware there's a player nearby towards control him. It's going to be Viva, unaware of where NCL's going to be, and he's trapped in the corner. Nine's going to finish him off, so the trade does take place. The incendiaries will be deployed, but the players are falling by the wayside.
Well, bomb planted. Man advantage still applied to the CT side though, and there's another kill. It's just 9. A 1 versus 3 with the AWP. In the current position that he's standing in, it's highly unlikely that he wins this, especially with that missed shot. But he goes back and they allow him a repeat. Molotov, though, comes through and he's held back for the meantime. Smoke goes into the corner, get rid of the Molotov, and a flash comes in as well. They're not on the bomb just yet. 15 seconds left on that timer, and 9 just playing it. There's another kill. He might just be able to win this. No scope, not coming through. Southside J will take him down, and there's a kit. And just enough time to get this as well. Should just be enough time on the defuse, and while Southside J makes it work, a huge attempt there from 9. That would have been the ace in the round, but he can't make it happen. Invictus will take it. A 3rd round collected for the CT side.
That was insane. That was insane from 9. And I felt like he would have hit the no-scope right there. just unfortunately not working out for him. If he got that, that would have been a clutch of the day, of the matchup at the very least. But still, damage being inflicted. That was a 2v4, I believe, and came down to 1v3, and he still had only one player from Invictus staying alive. And that's going to take away the dual op setup. So Tiger, despite losing the round, they still do quite a bit of damage onto the back of Invictus. Boy. P9 in hand. 9, he hears him jumping up. Unable to... Oh, is he? Oh, that was cheeky from him. Almost lights it up, but look at the push him flying. That is insane. That is so unnecessary and insane. I love it.
Yeah, flying's been really fun to watch. He has this crazy play style. He'll go for these unorthodox plays quite often, and I think the term we used last time was maybe unconventional, but that doesn't really ring through. I think it's just crazy. So cool stuff. And now 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Tiger currently a man down, and well, Bro should have probably followed up on that, but Destroyer just not ready for that at all. Urkas takes his head right off, bounces off his shoulders. Now with 50 seconds left, suddenly it's back into a 3 versus 3. With Dobo's positioning in towards the ramp room. Well, Viva needs to be careful that he doesn't get spotted here. It comes down to timing. Well, Dobo is going to turn around, takes down Viva, and now it's looking good. Urkas with another frag. It's all onto Oi. A 1 versus 3 with the all 30 seconds left, and it's all just fallen to pieces here. Invictus should be taking a 4th round. Tiger should be taking a 7th round. Absolutely no problems asked. Oi takes 1 kill though, and now an AK blood. All planted. His chances do elevate now that he has a rifle in his hands.
It does. But they know exactly where it's going to be coming in from. I do believe they heard him drop as well. So Dobu has got that angle covered off. And for Oi, if he comes in from the window, he still has a chance. With NCL, he's got a lot of angles to watch out for. But Dobu, I think he spots him out. And he's just going to play this one save. There's no need to peek. And this should be nigh unwinnable. Nate will be tossed in. Doesn't do any damage. And NCL there to execute him. And there we go, Tiger. Yep. Unfortunate.
Well, probably wouldn't have changed the outcome of anything there. So 7-3, Invictus crumble there. I think for a moment, probably is looking very good for Invictus. They initially hold the man advantage, and then this was the point where it all crumbled. Urkas taking that kill towards Destroyer. It all just fell to pieces for them. And you got to ask, why is Destroyer in that position to start with? Especially with no scope in, right? Because you're wide angle, you have nowhere to fall back on. You have to hope you either hit a no-scope that's just completely unlikely, or you get a millisecond to react and you get the shot off with the quick scope. But even then, you're just putting yourself in an unnecessary disadvantage.
Asian CS.
And
I've seen so much of it. Yeah, I've been casting Asian CS for so long that these things don't even surprise me. I'm like, yeah, completely reasonable. Well, right now though, Tiger, they're playing this right. They know how Invictus like going for these aggressive pushes on their ecos or their 4 spies, right? So they're playing this one passively. Minute still left on the clock. Now Viva pushing up a little late. This could potentially catch Tiger off guard, but I think Dobu's aware of it. His spider sense tingling. Molotov pushes at Viva. Of course, is going to come running out. And 2 early picks. And with that, finding Viva, they're going to be heading towards the ramp area as 1 by 1 they fall. So for a change, Tiger not really suffering too many casualties on against these Deagles from Invictus.
Yeah, they're doing a good job now at sort of limiting the casualties against the buys they should be winning against. And now Destroyer and Flying, they will try to prevent the clean sheet. Tiger, they get the bomb plant in, they get the money starting to build again. There are a couple players over here for Tiger at the moment who do have lower economy. Cabal, 1.4k in the bank, he's got the Mac 10 this round. And what? Oh, Urkas, he's going to go down, that's an AK. And they can just carry that over the next round. That's unfortunate for Urkas, definitely not for Destroyer. He'll be very happy.
The interesting thing, or rather the sad thing for Urkas, is when he was playing in Greyhound, obviously he was an in-game leader. It was Malta, not Malta. What am I saying? It was Dexter for the Australian side, right? But Urkas also used to do a little bit of like helping in as a secondary caller, like mid-round caller, and all of that. And then heading into Team Tiger, he is the captain. He is the in-game leader. And while we might have other players chiming in with their you know, with their own inputs here and there. I feel like Urcast, he's kind of shackled himself with trying to be the in-game leader, where we don't see him really putting up the numbers which he used to in Greyhound. And we all know what an absolute beast he can be. But it seems like the old in-game leader curse, right? You have so many things on your mind. You have to call, you have to manage your team and everything of that, all of that, and then you kind of struggle when it comes to your own personal game. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but you can clearly see that him coming into this lineup has made him struggle a little bit, at least when it comes to pure firepower. But look at his push coming in, though. Fast play towards upper, but only one player pushes in. Cabal, the timing was off there. NCL should have peaked at the same time, but at least he gets the trade.
4 versus 4. Molotov comes up to Viva, and he's forced away. NCL doing a good job at getting that kill back in. Now Destroyer sets up a little bit of utility for his teammate to come on through. Satsuj with the kill onto Dobu. The Molotov goes away. The flash comes over the top, and now Viva charging in to the top of heaven. That's smoke down below. Shields NCL for the meantime, but he's spotted. He's taken down, and now this is looking good. The CT side finding everything. Urcast in a 1 versus 4. It was always looking impossible, and Destroyer with the double. It's a 4th round picked up for Invictus, and that's just a really solid retake. Good utility. They didn't make any unnecessary pushes. They stayed together. They made the right decisions, and they make it work.
Yeah, they make it work. Simple, good, solid retake. Team Tiger, this is what I see, right? They look good, and suddenly there are moments where, like, why aren't you peeking together? Like, why is one just guy going in, and then why are they trading? Why is the trade... why is the spacing off, right? Why is the trading not happening on point? And I think that is a worrying factor. Now, they're facing off against Invictus, who are a solid team in the Asian region, but they're not a top 3 team. You still have Tyloo and VG to play against. And don't count out some of the Thai teams. Ooh, that was Oi done for, but somehow 9 kind of whiffs the shot there. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, just Tiger, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that it's still early. It's the first game of the tournament. They're going to be probably waking up, but I'm a little worried with the way they're approaching a few of these rounds.
Well, 3 versus 3. Anybody's round still. Flying gets aggressive. Well, he was thinking about it, but now comes back. Readjusts, repositions up towards top hat. I think Urcast, he might have been spotted there from Viva. Way down towards Secret. Way Viva's reacting, seems like he did see him. Ilbu pushed up to this blue box. It comes down to whether or not he'll be spotted. Oh, this is just brilliant aggression from Invictus. They don't sit back, they go forward, and they catch 2 players, make it now 3, with Viva getting rid of Urcast. That's going to be a 5th round collective from Invictus Gaming. A nice 3v3 there. I mean, it's not the most orthodox style of play. Usually you'd see the CTs tuck up and really just sever the information flow, just sit back and wait for the Ts to come to them. But Tiger, you can see a little bit disjointed. Give them a lot of 1v1s. They were spread out across the map, and Invictus, they just make the right pushes in the right positions at the right time, and they get themselves a 5th round.
Yeah, I really can't blame Invictus. I mean, you're trailing 8-4, you know, CD side, so hey, if it works at times, right? Just can't really knock it. But Tiger, the money finally whittled away.
They got no money, so they're going to go into the top A site, rush straight through hut. They run through and no one's here. No one is waiting for them for Invictus, so they'll be able to take the site. Utility coming in, field Molotov, and that's going to allow Flying to move over the top here. Flash buying up, Cabal going to go down, and while Flying looking for a little bit more now, pushing it towards mid. It's a good kill on the Tech 9, make it a double for the T side. A chance here to win this round. As the kill from Viva comes through, Satsuj is doing work as well. It's just Dobu, the last remaining player with a deagle, and he is going to get 1 kill. He needs a little bit more now. The defuse coming through, it's planted around the corner, and there's the lineup. They nearly line up for him for the double, but luckily Viva is available and quick enough to take the headshot. A 6th round collected, but way too close. They only survive with 1 player. Luckily, they carry the AWP on over, and money isn't much of an issue for the most part here for Invictus. Tiger though, bomb plant, 4 kills. They'll be happy with that.
They will be, and just looking at how Tiger making Invictus sweat in some of these rounds, I do worry a bit for their on the T side. But then again, like I like what I saw from Invictus on their T side of Inferno. I know it's a very different map altogether, and Nuke T side obviously is a much more different beast. You need to have the set plays. You can't just hold like default and then just, you know, go for the contact plays. You're just going to get destroyed in some of these choke points, right? But So far, they've given themselves something to work with. They've given themselves a few rounds here and there to try and potentially mount a comeback. This got a little scary there. If Viva hadn't got the trade, that round could have definitely gone the way of Tiger. But there we go. A little bit of attack timeout getting called, and now 8-6. If Invictus can make it to 7 rounds, I think they have a pretty decent chance of trying to mount a comeback. But with Tiger, 8 rounds on the T side, they're going to be pretty happy with this. Can they make it 9, though? They have the guns, they have the utility.
Well, this is already a closer half than it could have been. I mean, Tiger got off to a really hot start. I was expecting them to be gone a bit more, but Invictus, they've won some crucial rounds and got themselves into a decent position. Bit of a gap there, but the flash buying, it's brilliant. Oh, he still finds 1 kill somehow from that position. Destroyer comes back in, Cabal gone, and a man advantage still in play for Invictus. Round virtually just begun already, and we've already seen a bloodbath play out. 3 versus 4, NCL on his own in towards main. Flying is going to find an easy kill, and Tiger, they have just looked so disjointed in so many situations here.
When they went for the flash play through the smoke wall, you want to have a smoke for that window, for the locker's window, or else you're pretty much a sitting target for the AWP, or maybe, you know, a couple of flashes up high as well for an op playing on top of heaven. And I like the idea, but I just felt like the execution could have been a little bit better. Urka's trying to be sneaky coming up towards Hell, but he will find himself instead in the Grave Destroyer getting the kill. And with that, Invictus 7 rounds. Getting the final 4 rounds in a row, making things a little bit more competitive. It was 8-3 at a point, but 8-7 is something that definitely is going to give them some confidence. If they win the pistol round especially, for Invictus, Tiger would be pressured quite a bit. Again, for those of you tuning in, map number 1 was the pick from Invictus. It was Inferno, which honestly came down to the wire. It could have definitely gone either way, but a couple of crucial rounds going the way of Invictus, managing to seal the deal on their map pick. And coming to Nuke, Tiger off to a phenomenal start, but Invictus showing they're not going to go down without a fight, making it 8-7 here.
Right into the second half. It's going to be a good map here on Nuke if this continues. Oh, oi. Down in towards mid, looking to try and take fight to this P250. 1 kill from Southside J, but 9 and Dobu, they're recovering this. Ooh. Another kill from Dobu coming through. And now it's just Oi and Destroyer left alone, but Dobu is doing everything from the back of that bomb site. Urkat seals the deal, a 9th round and a pistol pickup for Tiger. Invictus had nothing to say in that pistol round.
Yeah, they just came running out from Hot. I like the little bit of distraction play towards Outer. Oi with the P250, he was kind of the mini raid boss, trying to win the duels. But then Dobu on that bomb site, just 3 kills, easy to like. It barely takes any damage as well. And here we have the replay. Took a bit of a while to get the first kill, but the
and the third. It's
and the third.
But with 3 kills and 3K feed, it was looking a little cleaner than that. But nonetheless, he gets the job done. How do you feel about lock rushes and pistol rounds up in the A bomb site? Do you feel like it's I feel like it's nearly a 50-50. I'm not a big fan of just throwing blocks at the A-bomb side and hoping that's good enough for a pistol round.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like you need a little bit more variation. Like, the Glocks can work, but you need to work around the choke point in this map, right? You know, I want them to expend a little bit of utility. And yeah, rush it up a side, but, you know, you want to see a couple of players coming up from Mini. You want to see someone from Squeak. You want to see a couple of pushing out from Hut. Make sure there are a lot of angles for the USPs to look towards and try and rely on kind of like a Zerg rush here. But right now, the Zerg rush is getting destroyed just to 1 casualty. And again, poor Urkas not really having much luck so far in this game. He's on just 7 kills, despite his team being up 10-7. And that's something I don't see that often from Urkas, especially when he's playing back in the Australian team.
Well, Invictus, back to the Deagles. Can they do anything with it, or will it be Tiger on 11? It would almost be way more impressive if Invictus continue to stay close in this game after getting off to a poor start in both the first half and the second. And they've shown that they can claw their way back. They've shown they've got good mental fortitude on here on Nuke already. So we'll see if they can make it work. This round shouldn't be too much for them. Please. Just don't be too much for them. And well, the MP9 from Cabal just sitting back on the ramp.
I like how that plaintive little plead. Like,
yeah,
please don't.
Please don't break my brain. I mean, we're day one here, Black. I'm ready for it on the long haul, but I don't want to immediately just take an uppercut, right? I just want to take a little bit of a warm-up, and then that's when the big punches come in.
You haven't even watched Tyloo play yet. You haven't seen somebody just push into the smoke. You haven't seen Beyond and Lucid Dream do some of the whack stuff they really do enjoy doing. So, still early days. Drop down Cabal. There's no need to face. What do I even know? He's gonna get the kill. And of course, he's gonna finish it off with the Tech 9 in the end there. Smarter play would have been drop on down. There's no need to throw his life. But hey, 4 kills going to the SMG. That's money in the bank for Team Tiger. And with that, they will get to round number 11. Are we going to see any upgrades to the weaponry, or are they going to be going for an aggro play? Looks like the upgrade's going to be coming in. Cabal with the AWP. And like I said earlier, this team, there's so many players on both the sides who can op, right? You have Cabal, you have 9, we have NCL, we've seen with the AWP as well at times. And I know for a fact that Dobu is pretty nifty with the big green zoom bang. And for Invictus, we have Viva and Destroyer, and then at times even Xiao Sage. So a lot of potential oppers in both the teams. But for now, it is just Cabal with a big green gun.
Well, Invictus with the vast majority of players down in towards the radio room, and while it's Cabal with the first kill, Urcast elsewhere getting the Deagle kill almost simultaneously. And now the push from Invictus looks to come through, but it's Flying that takes down his own teammate. That's not the start of the round Invictus would be looking for. Immediately losing 2 players. As soon as you get an opportunity to get something back, you kill one of your own. Oh, this is just going downhill quickly. And while Cabal has repositioned the Tech 9, it's so solid at the moment in the game. And while a good kill on towards Flying, now destroy the last remaining player, looking to get rid of Cabal. He'll manage that kill, but any more than this, it's pretty unlikely. Maybe he can get another frag, but still at this point, it's looking difficult for Destroyer to make this round competitive. He's going to flash down in towards the hell position. Still 39 seconds. He could get a bomb plant. Urcast here on the lower side already. Quite separated here actually on the Tiger side.
That is what's worrying for me. Urcast is going to try and prevent the bomb from getting planted. Oh, he fakes it out. Destroyer, that's smart from him, but Nade's going to fall up. He's going to get the kill. No. Urcast just comes running across, and yeah, they lose 1 SMG, lose a rifle, and they manage to destroy that buy round from Invictus. So all things considered, Tiger are going to be very happy with the way that one played out. And with that, just need 4 more rounds, Tinker. 4 more rounds. And we're going to be seeing map number 3, which is going to be in Mirage. And one thing I enjoy personally about watching Mirage is Asian CS and Mirage. It'll probably make Don Hachi just want to claw his eyes out. I like it though. Yeah. Don Hashi. Shout out to Don Hashi. There we go. He unfollowed me on Twitter, so if you could follow me back, that would be very nice. Wow, rude. Oh no, that's just plugging that in real quick. And well, Dobu taking down Flying, and now Dobu looking back. Oi that takes him away on the Deagle. 3 versus 4, man advantage in play here for Invictus. A couple of Deagles, a couple of AKs, and while it's kills coming through, 9 finally pulls 1 back, but another kill. It's an AK that's been recovered, and while it's doing damage, another kill from Oi. The headshots, they ran on in. There's 3 for him in the round. It was Deagles, it was Kevlar, and then rifles deliver. It's 12-8. Invictus win a very, very important round there. And all we waited for, I mean, we kept saying this throughout this entire map, how Team Tiger have done a pretty good job trying to keep the Deagles of Invictus at bay. And yeah, Invictus just like strike back. Just, some of these shots are just sick. This looked a little messy, but my word, Oi, 3 huge kills. Finds 1. Destroyer finds a 2nd kill on the bomb side, and then of course AK-47 finishing off that potential retake from the CTs. 9 not getting anything done. Good stuff from Oi. I like that name. I love Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, it's a good one. He's got a lot of chanting potential right there. You know, if you ever mix it to the arenas, it's also not shouts out J, you know, I can say it easily. And not trip over. So, Oi, very simple. 2 letters, I like it. 12-8 on the board. Tiger 4 away from victory here on Nuke. 4 away from sending us to the 3rd map. Invictus is the AKs for every player. Utility available across the board. And now Urcast. He sends towards outside. He's dived towards the top of the secret stairs. Big gap there. He's outside executes have been lacking quite a bit. What is that smoke? I saw 2 smokes at the same spot. Kind of the same spot. Yeah, I know this smoked up secret. Miscommunication. It's like, you smoke this bit, I smoke that bit. They smoke the same thing. And well, Oi
It's going to be a kill. Viva coming through as well. 3 kills picked up, 2 coming through immediately, and now Destroyer will be there, keeping it at 2 versus 2. Smoke goes in towards Heaven. Destroyer flashing down in towards mid and now pushes through. Drops the bottom of the vent, and he's going to go towards B.
I think Urkas heard him drop towards vent. Yeah, he has, and he's going to be running on up towards Secret now, flying. I'm not sure. I think he knows. I think he knows where Urkas is going to be coming in from. And 9 somehow finds Destroy, though. I didn't even see that shot where it came from, but he just destroys him. And now flying left alone in a 1v2. He knows where Urkas is coming in from. He saw where the frag was from 9. Bomb right in front of him. He's got that Incendiary. He's got the Molotov. He can toss on in, but the moment it does that, Jake is going to be up. Smoke. But smoke is going to be a little too deep. That means the Molotov is going to be coming on out, and they don't have any more smokes to kind of extinguish it. It will be tossed on in, but Urkas, is he going to stick it, though? I think he's just going to stick it in the flames, and he gets it as it burns alive. What a round from 9 and Urkas. I felt like that should have gone the way of Invictus, but somehow, Ball to Steel's almost pulling off his own little Olaf Meister moment there.
Yeah, that was looking down and out, really. That Invictus looked like they had it done. I don't know if I agree with the decision to drop in towards B there from Destroyer. I don't know. I think they probably could have found success in that A-bomb site. I think it kind of made it complex for no real reason. 13-8 on the board. Tiger now with the AWP here for 9. And, well, AK is still available for Invictus, but now they need to win rounds. They can't afford to let Tiger go to 14. The money will be gone. We'll probably see Tiger reach 15 rounds, and then we're looking down the barrel of a 3rd map.
That is indeed looking very, very likely. And I kind of agree with you. I feel like playing that upper bomb side together would have had a better chance of getting separated. But Urkas keep finding Oi. Now Cabal is slightly bit off angle. He just finds one, though. They check him. But at least gets a kill before he gets taken down. But Flying is going to be left alone. They're just getting destroyed. NCL from the control room, destroying both the players from Invictus. And with that, Tiger now 2 rounds away. And I gotta say, the CD side so far has looked pretty solid indeed. Again, helped out by the fact that Invictus have looked a little lackluster on the T side. Even though Tiger had a few mistakes on their T side, Invictus, like, for example, there's not much of an outer take. Like, I've rarely seen, I think, 1 or 2 rounds where they went for the wall of smokes towards outer, and then even when it came to the upper bomb side hit, have you even seen a full execute? No. I don't think we have.
And when they tried it, it doesn't work. I don't think they... The issue I have here is I don't really know if Invictus have it available in their playbook. They've looked rough. They've only won 1 round here in the second half, and you have to remember what kind of round it was. It was with the Eagles, a majority low buy. At least 1 headshot comes through that smoke. Viva just domes NCL in reply, so it is a 4v4. But the pace is quick as they head in towards the lower bomb site. Well, another kill from Viva. That's a double in the round, and a man advantage collected. He'll be continuing, but there's the push at the wrong time. Cabal nearly gets 3 kills. He somehow gets 2 there. And now it's a 2 versus 2. Sasoj on towards the lower side alongside Destroyer. But they don't have the bomb planted yet, and Destroyer coming back in from hell. This gives so much time as well to Tiger just to reposition. You know, 9's in a good spot, but Dobu, he's the real player you want to keep an eye on. This duel down in towards ramp. Destroyer desperately trying to get rid of this AWP. He can see the barrel. It's just very frustrating because he can't take the kill up until this chance. He does damage, but still no death for 9. Throw the smoke down. Destroyer going for the spam, but 9 is crossed over, and Destroyer reads it well. Takes the frag, and now it's just Dobu in the lower bomb site. Destroyer gets rid of him as well. What a strange round from start to finish, but it's Invictus that take the win.
That was weird. It was actually very weird, but hey, yeah, like you said, they get the win, and more importantly, I think they finally managed to break the bank for Tiger. Not completely. If they want to go for a force, they can, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they wanted to go for it. But there's no need to. They just can eco this. Maybe was that midair? That's just disgusting. And yeah, Cabal almost shutting it down, but in the end, Destroyer he's just had enough. But there we go. We have a full eco from Tiger. I respect that. I respect that, Dinko. I like this. I like when Asian teams go for a full eco and don't just go for a force buy every single round. That's it's a nice switch up. And why not? You're 14-9. You just need 2 more rounds to close it out and give yourself a better chance with the extra weaponry and the utility, which you'll get in the next round.
I remember for a time as well, it used to be French Counter-Strike where we just never seen an eco. As soon as they had to go to pistols, you knew the full force buy is coming in. Started to be a time where we really seen that start to fizzle out. And with the money that you get in reserve here, Tiger, it's definitely a smart decision just to keep it all. I've got the Deagle on a P250. Well, they've got so many rounds to play with. You want to close it as quickly as possible. Viva and Destroyer taking the 2 initial frags. Looking good for a 10th round at the moment. The only issue is, for me, is if Invictus decide to walk into Garage. Now, there is players waiting for them there, but Invictus, they're going to be crossing by. They haven't really got anybody looking in towards the Garage, so there's an opportunity here to potentially take 1 or 2 kills. There's 9. He's going to find 1. Now the follow-up players start to swing wide, but now it's just Aircast. There was an opportunity there. There was a world in which they find a couple of kills, but now just Aircast. Not many chances left.
I wish 9 had peaked alongside Urcas and NCL. That could have been a free kill for RT, but there you have it. Just the Mac 10 lost. A good solid round from Invictus. And for Tiger, here comes a buy again. And honestly, if I'm Tiger, I'm not really pressuring myself, right? You'll just need 2 more rounds. You've looked very, very solid so far. Invictus, you just look very, very disjointed. And it's coming down to these individual heroic plays from the likes of Destroyer or maybe a Viva for them to net a couple of rounds here and there. But for Tiger, it just looks like they're a better team on this map.
Well, Utility immediately towards outside. Vivo just holding for the Garage peak early on, but it's not going to be coming through. Invictus, this is a much better default. I think for the first couple of rounds coming into this, they had the same sort of idea, but it never really played out. They were losing a player early into the rounds. The outside smokes were failing. This might just be the aggression that catches them off. Aircast, the flash comes around the corner perfectly, checking flying, and they do a good job here. Tiger don't continue, they don't stick around for the fights. They take that kill and they fall back with it, and elsewhere they'll follow up. So 2-man advantage, dealt immediately towards Invictus. This is not looking good for the T side at the moment.
And I feel this is something where Tiger they really haven't had to aggress much, but this is better from what we saw from Invictus, right? And with that, they're going to be going towards upper bomb site, NCLs from above, and they're completely unaware. Destroyer just looking the wrong direction, not expecting the position from NCL up towards the heavens rafters area. And with that, Tiger 50-10. They have looked so good. And bear in mind, it was 8-7. It was 8-7 favoring Tiger, just a 1-round lead. And so far on the CT side, they have looked quite indomitable indeed. And Invictus, well, haven't really done much, and haven't really got much done either, as we do have one of the cool stats there. My eyes are failing me. Dinko, what does it say? It said Swift Eyes.
Swift Eyes.
What did it say, Swift Eyes?
It does say Swift Eyes. I didn't quite get to read why. I was more distracted by the fact that the PGL production truck has pulled up to nuke outside of the map. Well, flying down in towards the secret stairs. Aircast. Oh, well, he's dead. That was nice. Flying just comes up towards top secret, takes his head right off. That is a haircut that Aircast will not be happy with. Had a few of those during this lockdown, and while Dobu gets aggressive, that's the bomb drop, and right back into your 4v4. That's a lot of info as well.
Oh, that is. The bomb getting spotted there. They're like, all right, cool. They have control of secret. They probably have to send a few players down towards lower, but the bomb still needs to rotate, right? And with no smokes being towards outer, and Cabal just pushing up from ramp, catching Viva, that means the bomb's down. Now, always got a couple of quick kills. NCL and Dobu going to drop, but 9 replies back, and I do believe he spotted out Flying as well. Bomb dropped out in the open. Flying has no idea where Cabal is. This could be it, Dinko. This could be the GG moment right here.
It feels like it might be. Flying has a lot of work to do, and so many angles to check, and only 30 seconds left, so not really looking great for Flying in this situation. He's going to start walking back in towards lobby. Around the corner, currently waiting is Cabal. I mean, if he can get this into a series of 1v1 fights, it shouldn't actually be all too difficult, but the time was the limiting factor. He had to make quick work of that. Cabal takes the headshot, and it's 16-10. Tiger, good performance.
Oh yeah, very good performance. A good bounce back.